Hello, 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 everybody. How are you doing on yet again another Tuesday? Self-Care Check podcast in the place to be. You know who it is that I love to be, your host for the Self-Care Check podcast. And we always start off with a thunders. Do you care about your self-care? Yeah! All right. I see a lot of beautiful, spirited, chosen people that got up with a purpose yet again. And I'm glad to see that you are on that purpose and on having that drive to accomplish what you love doing in the name of your Creator. Yes. And with that being said, we have such a podcast to just put on a show for you as always, because this is a show, and nothing but love of a show. Because to my left is a woman who takes yoga to a whole nother understanding of healing, connecting, and understanding. And that is Maggie. Hey, Maggie. I didn't mean to chop. I was waiting to see how he was going to try that name. Yeah, I'm going to edit that out. I'm going to edit that out. I saw it, and I was like... Yeah. Yes, but we're gonna always have a good time. The first one. Hey, look, when I said Maggie, I almost said Simpson. But yes, Maggie.
Thank you. You see, it's so good to be here. Thank you.
I'm glad to have you here. Our conversation on the phone was so energetic that it brought me back on the rails. Engine 99, number 9. I mean, I said 99. Don't worry about it. Yes, like. You tell us about yourself and what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I teach yoga mostly for veterans and first responders and those that need help with depression and anxiety. And so my own traumatic event back in the day led me to discover yoga, although for 20 years therapists would tell me I needed to take yoga, and I would just say, there's no flipping way I'm going to do that because I can't sit still.
What?
Exactly. Anyway, so I poo-pooed it for a very long time.
How'd that work?
Well, I discovered a class here in Jersey. I found a Groupon, back in the day when there were Groupons.
Groupon.
That was a while ago. And I kind of stumbled into a class, and then I walked out, and I thought, okay, where's this feeling come from?
So you just took off from there.
I took off from there. So I became certified to teach trauma-informed yoga, and I teach... at rehab centers for folks recovering from drugs and alcohol and folks with PTS. And
I think I need that. I got a little PTS living here in Paterson.
That I could totally understand. Yeah.
Stay down, stay low.
That's right.
Shooting. Don't be by the windows. But that's just a little joke, hood joke. But if you don't know about the traumatic experience. I was gonna get there. I was just trying to exit mines. And I'm by a window. But so tell us about that traumatic experience.
Thanks, Easy. Let's see here. I was trying to get full custody of my kids away from their drug-addicted, abusive father. So anyway, lost miserably, lost my car, lost my job, lost my house. And basically...
So you had a Job situation.
It was awful. I moved in with my mom. I lived in her basement for about 6 months. And then I moved to Maine. So I was living in California, and I thought, you know what, I just got to get out of here. And I left, and I bought a house built in 1811 out in Maine and refurbished that and found my music again, which I hadn't played in years. Discovered my music. I took a job teaching music in the schools, created a community orchestra, and it was just therapy.
You said a good portion of this on the phone, but it's like some of this is still fresh to me now because I just heard you say that you got folded and you do yoga. You got folded and you unfolded and you folded back.
Yes.
But it was a different fold.
Yes.
So you had an origami life.
Absolutely. Whoa. Yeah. So I was working in the insurance world. Well, I worked in insurance for a long time, but I was working for Blue Cross, negotiating hospital contracts. And anyway, so then when I moved to Maine, I took a job teaching music and did that. Teaching little kids how to play the trombone and the tuba. I learned how to play a tuba in an evening. I got to play Jingle Bells at a Christmas concert.
I bet. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh my
But the
gosh.
community orchestra was just so much fun. It was just the parents would join, the kids would have their instruments, and the parents would dig something out from, you know.
So even in that, it brought out even more of your creativeness, not just with yoga alone, but yoga did start it.
Yeah, which I'd never done yoga when I was doing all this. So the, the trauma, and a lot of people don't understand it, manifests in physical ways. So that's people get heart disease, and so mine settled in. It was back pain and sciatica, and I could hardly walk, and I was just in agony, and I wasn't taking the time to take care of myself. And when I moved to
God
Jersey,
set you down.
oh yeah, so I moved to Jersey, and I could hardly walk, and I literally stumbled into that class. I fell over a dozen times. A teacher stood next to me and held her arms out to catch me. So my balance was so bad. And then I just started taking 3 classes a week and started feeling better.
Now you
And
teaching.
exactly. And I thought, if I can feel this relief, I need to pass this on to other people. And that's what I do.
So we're gonna jump into the audience and we're gonna turn it around. I like that.
Thank you.
So to everyone out there, what is something that you've never thought of doing and you just decided to take it up, and it was just something just not out of the ordinary, and you just did it and it worked? Is there one thing that you've never tried before but then tried it and it worked?
Ronald Joseph, peer recovery specialist.
Hey,
Yes.
let me talk about it.
My story is like I was out there and I never thought in my right mind I would be a certified peer recovery specialist. Now that it's blessed me, I'm being blessed to others, and it feels great to see the joy in other people's lives when they get something that they was looking for, and you could be able to provide them and help them.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me share.
Yeah. Is that another? Something you never tried before and tried for the first time.
Right here, Louis. Yes, when I was first starting to cut hair, in the beginning, I had no idea what was going on how to cut hair. But when I first tried it, I did a great job. And from there on, it snowballed into something great. So, yes.
Oh, you did your own?
No.
We got one more. We'll take one more. At least one more. Anyone?
Well, for me, choreographing praise dance, I always was a dancer. I love it. I'm passionate about it. I am Laverne Women's Praise Break. And now that I'm choreographing different groups of girls, it's put me on another level of coordinating and ministering and dance. So I'm really excited about that. Thank
And
you.
you're going to the McDonald's Gospel Fest.
There, it seems like with our guest Maggie that she stumbled into something that helped her,
Yes.
and now that same thing is helping others. So I'm wondering, was that the same thing for you, Ronald, or Lewis, or Laverne?
Yeah.
Laverne.
Yeah, because one for me, I always loved to praise dance. So now that I'm helping others, I feel really good about it because I'm spreading my talent.
So my question is, did you stumble into praise dancing to help you?
Yes, I did, and it's my outlet. This is what praise dancing helps me to unleash my anxiety. And that really is a good therapy for me. So if I can help someone else do that, I'm absolutely willing and able.
Okay.
Yes.
When she started cutting up, turn the music on. Ray-Ban.
As you see, Mag, we have a lot of people who help other people, and as our brother Ronald said, as a peer recovery specialist, I too am a peer recovery specialist, and I can even vouch with even what Laverne said, Lewis said. But I'm gonna just stick to what Ronald said. I didn't think that as a person wanting to heal myself, I want to say fix, because I'm not broken.
No.
No, I'm not.
No, none of
But
us are.
heal. There's a difference in the word. I wanted to heal myself, heal my mind, heal my stinking thinking, and get myself on the right pedestal, I would say, of not where I'm the it of that pedestal, but I'm on a pedestal that has a solid foundation.
Right.
No quicksand, you know?
Yep.
Solid ground. The ground is, you know the saying. I ain't gonna try to preach, but it just happens at times, but not right now. But yeah, it shows I'm saved. But, like, it's once I got into that understanding, like even for you with that yoga, once I got into that position and just allowed myself to breathe
Exactly.
and let it flow and circulate, I was able to do more, not just for myself, but for others.
Right. Absolutely.
So, Maggie, can you talk a little bit more about that breathing and
Oh, yes.
Yes. So,
Before we get to the next one.
thank you. First off, the movement, when we're suffering from depression, anxiety, stress, moving and breathing. And that's what yoga is. It's just moving and breathing. So a lot of people will say, a lot of people say, I can't do that, right? Well, it's not everybody is going to do the same thing, right? There's some people that do it in a chair. I teach chair yoga, right? I teach meditation, so guided meditation. My first guided meditation class was in Hackensack, and it was a group of seniors.
Oh, I can see
And
how
for
this went.
20 minutes prior to class, they're all like, Maggie, we can't sleep. We can't sleep. We can't sleep. So they're all just belly aching about being unable to sleep. And I said, let's just do this. Let's see how we do. Literally, 5 minutes in, snoring, drooling, the whole 9 yards, right? And then they all wanted me to follow them home and teach underneath their windows when they went to bed.
Okay.
And
y'all
anyway,
wake up now.
that's a whole other story. And then I teach breath work. So breath work, so you think of a fireman, right?
Okay.
And if we're just breathing in our chest and we're breathing fast and it's stressed, if they're compromised in any way, they're going to run out of breath.
Yes.
So if we breathe from the belly, right? So I teach this breath work that, from the belly all the way to the chest. So if you expand that breath, so for example,
Can we do it?
for a fire? Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So they can stretch out that breath and they can last longer.
So how?
Rescuing.
My bad.
Okay. So we bring our feet flat to the floor.
Okay.
And just sit up tall. There's a lump in the sofa.
Uh-oh, gotta fix that.
Okay. Well. And just close your eyes, lower your gaze. And on your next inhale. And you're filling the belly, moving the breath through the rib cage all the way to the chest. And exhale all the way down. And again, a big inhale. And exhale. Let's do that one more time. Here's some good
Who
words
was saying
going on
ooh?
there. Ooh. Okay. And a big inhale all the way in. And all the way down. So one of the ways I use this is when I'm trying to go to sleep. So, right? So you're laying down, the brain's going, you're like, oh my God, the stuff I forgot to do. The list you didn't make on your paper or that you can't find.
Oh, I got it.
You didn't before. Anyway. So if you just start doing that big, deep breath, right? And then you can put yourself to sleep. And yeah, anyway. So breath work can be very powerful.
Don't tell people next time I messed up.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, so I actually felt the difference in my abdominal area.
Yeah.
I felt the expansion in my chest. I forgot the. Yeah. Let's use proper words. Let's speak proper. My abdominal area.
Ooh, okay.
I heard you over there. Yes, that spaghetti was on point. It was busting. But yes, so with yoga in mind and breathing techniques in mind, when I was looking you up, and you sent me a link to your page, and I actually, like I said to you in my office, I love how your page is set up. It's very eye-catching.
Thank you.
And it's very alluring. It makes me think of Chosen Generations. I just want to say that because he's staring at me so hard. But it does. Like, to see a person's website and to see what they do and hear what they do and see the combination of it was just really, yes, it was beautiful. It was the fact that, no, it was just the format of things, and seeing and reading the input that the people that you helped. I can't remember some of the names. I did originally write it down, the testimonials, yes. And that's basically what my second question is. On your webpage, you have people you've helped in remarkable ways and accomplish their triumphs. How does that move you in your transition, your understanding of your transition?
It validates. I think validation is a word. It's the reason I do what I do. I have a text here from a veteran. I went to an event at Lions VA over the weekend, and he invited me. And it was him thanking me for what I was doing. And those are the people that, it was the PTSD unit at the VA. And just what it meant to him.
Yeah.
There were 200 people there. And it was just this amazing event. Anyway, so he had sent this to me after I got home. And it was just his words and why he was so grateful. And that's the reason I do what I do. You know, if it can save a life. I've taught people that were on the verge of taking their own lives.
Wow.
So
that's
why I do what I do.
That's huge. That is a triumph in its own. And to the audience, what is something that you've done for someone else that helped them on and triumph in their life? That brings you an understanding of your transition or your accomplishment. It's a lot going on in there.
Yes, that's really? Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't caught on.
Oh my God.
I got to do the breathing exercise again.
Yes. Take us back. This is on the bloopers. This is going to be the first bloopers like this ever.
So I'm not reading. Okay. To the audience. Hold on.
That started wrong. Hold on.
Oh, you gonna say, ooh, I felt that.
To the audience.
What have you done for someone else that has moved them, that you've showed them in a way of inspiration that keeps you in
Your transition.
Ask the question again, please.
That was no levels.
Oh, Lord.
To the audience, what have you shown someone that helped them overcome their triumphs and has helped you in your transition?
So one of the things that I showed this remarkable young man that had so much talent but was just ensnared in his family dysfunction. His name was Ezequiel Aka. And God told me to create a podcast in a room where he can create. And for a while he stalled and I had to do it. And then I was starting to enjoy doing it. And slowly but surely he got involved, done took over my podcast, changed my music and everything. But I've seen you blossom into the giant of a man that we always knew you would be. return back home to that house of dysfunction and is being a light in that house. And now your family is starting to come into that light. So I salute you today.
Yes.
I want to say I thank you, Ms. Wolarik, for coming here and explaining and expressing of what you have gone through. God has allowed you to go through your going throughs to help others, and you just shared with us how you help the veterans to go through. It's so rewarding of your past experiences that you've gone through and how you made it through. You came out and you can share with others to help the healing process. It's just it's so rewarding. I say that for myself, being a breast cancer overcomer. And how on all my going throughs, from chemo, from radiation, taking medication, and how all what I went through was my faith. That knowing that if I went through this, I can help somebody else.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. And it's just not just for me when I was going through, but I was able to help somebody who's going through on the onset or even have already gone through it. So when they can come back to you and say thank you.
Yes.
That's so rewarding. It's so rewarding. I just thank God for you coming and sharing with us on today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Will there be another? We'll take one more.
My name is Brenda, and I wanted to say that I feel that I overcame the disease of addiction, and I feel like if by me overcoming it, now my daughter, my oldest daughter, she was caught up in the drugs of addiction, in the disease of addiction, and now she's been clean for 6 months.
Yes, amen.
Also told her she's looking at me and she know her mother can do it, she can do it too.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
As we hear all them testimonies, Mag.
That's amazing.
I say my cousins from down south reached out to me. They actually reached out to my mother and them, but reached out to me saying that they seeing how I came into tier 1 and found tapped in more to my inner child and discovered myself, how they're down there starting their own organization and trying to help their community down there because they see what God has done in my life. And now that's all the way in South Carolina. So that's a blessing.
Yes.
And as you just heard, Maggie, I don't know why I'm doubling my words. I think it's what Dr. Moody said. It actually hits home even a little harder, and it does make me feel good to know that everyone sees the accomplishments in you as much as you want to see it in yourself. And I heard from somebody who's not here, Bobby. He was talking about humility, and he was saying how sometimes a person that be like, oh, I'm humble, I'm kind, I'm lovable. Sometimes you shouting out the achievements of yourself, you're making yourself sound like a narcissist. Because you giving yourself gratification of what you say you do is just sounding selfish. It takes others to say it for you. It's for someone else to see the humility that you show, for someone to show the kindness you show, the love that you show. That's just the natural you that you show. It's not about the glorification of what others need to see by you shouting it out. Right. You just do, and they will see.
Absolutely.
And that's why your yoga surely helps everyone else breathe a new life, a new walk, a new understanding. And what our last question? Yes.
Play on words, or is that a new word? Because you got up there, Yozen.
Yes, it's the play of
It's
words.
the play of words. Yoga and Zen. And Yozen is, I made it up. Of course. It's because yoga is for meditation, breathing meditation. So I took the yoga and Zen, which is to seek a desire of inspiration. So mental inspiration, stretching beyond understanding.
Okay.
And that's what this podcast is about.
Nice.
Yozen. And as our Yozen leader, she's going to give us a last remark for our last question. In the love of what you do, and excuse me, let me try that out. In the love of what you do, and transition, what last words would you give in inspiration?
And what's next for you
Yes.
in your journey?
What's next for me? Really continuing what I'm doing. It's the more people I can reach. Yeah, I use my music also. It's like music therapy for people because music is so powerful. And I always threw that into the end of my yoga class. And well, more soothing.
Okay.
Next for me is just marketing my business and reaching as many people as I can reach. And that's what I'm doing.
And that's what this podcast is for. So.
And one last question. What brought you to New Jersey? You said you started in California. You went to Maine. How did you get to New Jersey?
Have I got a story for that? Anyway, so
We got time.
do we? Okay.
We got plenty of time.
Okay. Anyway, so when I was at college out in California, my now husband and I dated in college, married other people. I moved to Maine.
So this is open marriage?
No.
I was just throwing a joke. You said married other people. So I was just
No, we married somebody else. And anyway, so I was in Maine, and they were transferring me back to California, and we connected again. We'd been friends for 25 years and, talked here and there. And anyway, long and short, I threw a little Facebook post out there. I'm starting my Western trek. I was going to drive across country in my loaded down Chevy Impala. And I made a stop through New York, and we met for lunch. And we've been married for 10 years. And we are having a ball. So he grew up in South River, New Jersey. Moved to L.A. when he was 13 with his family. And so we met at Cal State Northridge. And
I just
here
heard
we
a
are.
TV
We're
show
having
How I
a
Met Your
ball.
Mother.
But what a redemption story.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
I heard how I Met Your Father.
It was something else. So you talk about somebody that went through a divorce, lost everything, and God was able to put it back together again, and you're remarried.
Origami'd your life.
And we're having a ball.
He origami'd your life. Lord,
I love origami.
I got Lord, just origami all of us. Or in fact, I know he has origami'd every single one of us in our unique shape and form.
I love that.
And I just hope that he continues to build more beautiful people in this world that seek him, for him, and of him. Because do you care about your self-care?
Yeah!